Hello and welcome to the MHR Runner. Today I'm gonna talk about the Topo Athletic Specter. Before I dive into the details, I would like to say that I bought this shoe myself from runningwarehouse.eu. I'm afraid that locally you cannot find this shoe. I paid for it myself and therefore as a result all the opinions in this video are my own. Topo Athletic is not one of the most popular brands out there. It's a brand from the United States of America. It's one of the few brands that has a natural toe box, as you might see. It is roundish, and actually this was the first Topo shoes I bought. I bought it back in April or May, however I did not use it much up until now. Reason being, I was training for the ultra trail marathon in Gozo, so I did not have too many speed sessions, and after the ultra I was doing just a maintenance program, so I did not have any speed sessions there as well. This I bought it in size 44, and as I said in the video of the Mountain Racer 3, I could have bought it a half size bigger. It would have been better for my feet because when I run downhills, second toe touches the front of the shoe. So far I ran around 130 kilometers in this shoe, and this is Topo's speed shoes. For those who are new to the running world, every brand has shoes targeted for different runs. Some are called daily trainers, that means that they can do it all. You can have race day shoes, you can have recovery shoes, tempo shoes, so on and so forth. This is Topo's race day and fast day shoe. Topo, up to now, they don't have a carbon plated shoes, so this is their fastest iteration. Let's start with the upper. First thing you'd notice is the wide. When I say wide, it's not the spacious, because usually when you buy wide shoes, wide means a more spacious upper. Now I'm talking about the toe box. It's a natural shaped toe box. That means it's roundish and it's wider. Very few brands do these kind of toe boxes. There's Topo and there is Ultra. This is very comfortable and it is very, very breathable. It is not as thin and as minimal as other race day shoes such as the Adidas ones or the Saucony ones. I have tried those two brands as well. However, I can say that it's much more comfortable. Of course, comfort means gaining some extra weight. You will see all the specifications about the shoe somewhere around the screen. It has minimal overlays just around the lace areas to give it some structure and some strength. The heel, there is some structure, however, it is not very, very structured, it's not very, very stiff. As you might see, I can bend it in. The tongue is padded, however, it is not as padded as, for example, a Clifton 9 or some other easy day or daily trainers. However, the foam feels dense with an overlay on the front of the tongue, which reduces the shoelace biting into the top of the foot. The tongue is not gusseted, it means it is not attached to the sides of the shoe. However, it has two loops at the top of the shoe which keeps the tongue in place. I did not experience any sliding, and I think this is one of the most comfortable tongues I have ever experienced on a speed day shoes. Second thing I want to talk about is the outsole. The outsole is made up of rubber, however there's rubber only on the front area and the heel area. The rest is exposed EVA. Like any exposed EVA is very susceptible to wear and tear. In fact, at the outer part where I tend to land myself, I've already worn off most of the rubber and the EVA foam. Grip wise, I had no issues so far, so I do not have any problems with traction. I did not run in heavy rain, however I ran when there was due on the streets, and I had no issue whatsoever. Then there is the Midsole, which is the slab of foam. It is made up of two different foams. There's an EVA compound which serves like a cage, and there is in the middle a Pebax foam. For those who have no idea what Pebax foam is usually that kind of foam which is highly efficient. It has much more rebound than EVA foam, and in most cases is used in race day shoes, apart from the supercritical foams. In this case, that Pebax foam is in the middle of the shoe to help it become more efficient. It has a slight rocker which helps you with the transition, and it has no carbon plate. It is not as rigid as other shoes. It doesn't mean it's soft or pliable. However, I've experienced stiffer shoes such as the Saucony Endorphin Pro 2. To conclude, would I buy this shoe again? The price of the shoe retails for €200, and for that price I would say if you don't want the wide toe box, most likely you can find other shoes which are much more worth compared to this shoe. When you consider there is a Super Blast, for example, which is around €210. You can find some Adidas Adios Pro 3 which might be on sale even for cheaper than €200. However, if you want the spacious toe box and your option most likely would be between Ultra and Topo, then the choices aren't much. Usually in Europe, Ultra are cheaper. My experience and even some other reviews online, they find Ultra's quality a little bit inferior to that of Topos. So far, I had no issue with the shoes. There are no holes apart from the wear and tear, but that's due to my extreme supination, which I'm working on. That you can see some other videos about the work I'm doing. I bought this one for $160 and I do not feel sorry at all for it. I'm planning to run the Malta Marathon in February, and most likely after that I can do a full review and I would talk about my experience in running a marathon in the shoe. Again, if you want something more technologically advanced, this is not the case. However, if you want something which sits in between the high tech and something which is comfortable and can be fast as well, this might be an option. I enjoy this shoe most during my tempo runs and during my progression runs and marathon pace runs. I tried a faster run, 5k pace. Can do it. It's much better than the Clifton, for example, for that kind of run. However, I remember that the Saucony Endorphin Pro 2 in this case, I could run faster in it. At least the feeling was that I could run faster in it. Most likely because it is stiffer and it is more aggressive. This was it for today. I hope that you enjoy these videos. I hope that the sound and the image quality is better. I'm trying to use a new setup. If you like these videos, I appreciate a thumbs up, a subscribe on YouTube, or if you share it with your friends to hopefully follow this page as well. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.